So we give out these stickers. I think they're showing backwards, but it says belonging, experiences, knowledge, and purpose. That's 4 words. So maybe you'll grab me an extra word, but I would say we talk about every student, every member of our community having a deep sense of belonging. Everything we do is about students and faculty members and coaches and facilities crew and kitchen staff feeling like they belong here. Number 2, we do that through intentional challenges and experiences that are age appropriate and designed to unlock joy. Everything we do is about belonging, and we structure it through intentional experiences. The goal is knowledge, but to build a life of purpose. And so I would say belonging, experiences, knowledge, and purpose, that's KUA. There are a couple different buckets that unique opportunities at KUA in the classroom fall into it. Number 1, so we start with a 9th grade program that's really intentional, really thoughtful, and designed for the 9th grade learner. The prefrontal cortex is not fully developed in your 9th grader yet, and they need different supports. They need a different team around them, and we provide that in something called 9 by Design. It's a program that's decidedly small, so we start with a small 9th grade class, and we grow our grades as we go through their time on the hilltop, because we know that we want to give those students even more attention, even more focus. All of our 9th graders live together. 10th, 11th, and 12th graders and postgraduates live throughout the hilltop. But we want our 9th graders to live together, to live alongside each other and alongside their advisors. So they're developing very quickly their team, and they're developing a sense of how to navigate a big, vast, beautiful campus like this. So that's number 1. Number 2, we talk a lot about KUA design here. That's our unique approach to teaching and learning, really informed by brain science, informed by how the teenage brain works, with the science of individuality, the science of relationships, the science of well-being, and the science of knowledge. Understanding how those sciences work to make learning fun and sustainable and lifelong and embedded into everything that's happening on campus. So if all goes well, students don't even know that's happening, but we're employing the best of what you hear. You're listening to the radio, and they've come out with a new study says X about, the brain and memory. We're employing those practices into our classrooms. Then as students are gaining confidence, gaining skills and passions, they begin to deepen their interests into what we call our scholars programs. So we have a global scholars program that really sort of focuses on history, politics, political science, social sciences broadly. We have a arts scholar program, which could be fine, visual, or performing arts. And we have a STEM scholars program. And these are sort of a hybrid of a college major, a university major, and an honors program all in one. At a lot of schools, when you talk about intensive experiences or independent study, sort of this like 1-year thing, you can do a capstone project, and then kids will write a paper or something, and then it's gone. It's sort of a lost experience. But what makes those experiences stickier and what makes them a little bit more memorable and more vital is by doing them in collaboration with others. So students become part of a cohort of students who are in each of these scholars programs. About 15 to 20 students in each every year who are going through intentional challenges and unique experiences, often in concert with Dartmouth, right? So utilizing the Dartmouth College campus to go to the Thayer School of Engineering or the Hopkins Center for the Arts or the Rockefeller Center for Public Policy, utilizing these great things that are so close by to unlock more experiences for students that want to go a little bit deeper. So that's one option, and a great one. But it's not for everybody. Some students have not yet decided that this is going to be their area of focus. And so we have yet another program called the Coleman Scholars Program. And the Coleman Scholars Program is really designed for rising 10th or 11th or 12th graders, really with a focus on their summer opportunities that are beyond the usual, beyond the typical. And we want students to propose bold and exciting and interesting ideas for what they would do with their summer. We had a student study international finance in Singapore for the summer. And so it's not the typical, well, I'm just going to go to that university and take a class and, hey, can you pay for that? We want to fund and provide students a blank check to dream big. And so the Coleman Scholars Program looks for those unique opportunities to make connections between what's happening at KUA. So a student who is managing our farm during the year studying the life and death of the American family farm over the summer. We want to be able to facilitate those connections. We're able to make use of a 200 plus year alumni network and to provide students with some seed money to get out there and investigate and see those concepts that they're studying up close. Arts at KUA is a real area of strength and an area of pride for us. First of all, every student is going to be asked to take part in fine, visual, and performing arts. So if you're coming as an artist, great. You're going to get lots of opportunities to delve deeper. If you're coming a little apprehensive about the arts, this is a safe place to try, whether that's ceramics, jewelry making, 3D printing and design. It could be studio art, painting, drawing. Unique for us is a really, really strong program in what we call theater tech and stage design. So we put on an amazing fall play and a maybe even more impressive winter musical, and those involve incredibly elaborate sets. Last year it involved in a moving elevator and rain on stage. And maybe that doesn't sound crazy, but I have to remind myself, we're just a high school of 345 kids, and the kinds of things that our theater department is putting out are staggering and impressive, and they'll fill the auditorium every night for their shows. But a real area of interest and focus for us on building these incredibly elaborate and impressive sets that are pretty awe-inspiring and kind of meet what you think might be impossible and then go beyond it. And so for students that are not thinking, I found my art that I love, maybe you love math, maybe you love science, maybe you love geometry, I think there might be something for you in our stage design program or our theater tech programs. Well, I would say that athletics are a love language at KUA. We're pretty good at sports, but that does not mean there isn't a sport for you. As we're speaking right now, we're the defending champions in boys soccer, so what the rest of the world calls football, and we're defending champions across the entire region of New England in hockey. So quite dominant in both those sports, and we're top 10 in New England in this very densely populated part of the world for lacrosse. We are one of the best lacrosse programs as well. And yet every year, because of our size and because it only takes a few students to really make an impact and make a change, you find new programs sprouting up that are having an immense run. In the winter, you have to kind of decide where you're going to direct your cheering time. Are you going to go to the hockey game or the basketball games? Both are incredibly strong and impressive programs and real deep sources for school pride. If you're ready to play at a high level, you absolutely will, and you're going to find some of the most immense and intense competition you can ask for. If you're not, you're going to have great opportunities to come out, be a fan, and cheer, and play at a level that is appropriate for you and really promotes health and wellness. I certainly make a point to the KUA alumni are incredibly proud and very passionate about their school, happy to serve and support their alma mater in all sorts of ways. And you find that they're taking part in all sorts of initiatives and endeavors that really began as KUA students, whether that's continuing clubs and activities into professional careers, or studying the same thing that they began in their scholars program projects. So yes, for us, it's intentional and it's thoughtful again that we're spending time to meet our alumni wherever they are and remain connected to them. They'll hear from us plenty. We have a great opportunity every summer for alumni to come back to campus, but we also make a point to see our alumni in about 20 countries around the world each year.